What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, you already know my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Tell me if you've seen this before too. Girls who are super confident, extremely successful, so pretty, like drop dead gorgeous, have everything going on for them. They're always single. And then on the other hand, guys who are super attractive, confident, super smart, everything, they're always in a relationship. Am I making this up, or have other people seen this trend too?
Never trust a guy who hates astrology and cats, because he probably hates women too. Now, hear me out. Because if he hates astrology, this female-dominated sphere, he will probably immediately judge a woman for having an interest in anything. And this isn't really new, because teenage boys and men can obsess over video games and sports, and no one really has a problem with it. But once something is popularized by women, it's written off as stupid. And astrology is centered around self-reflection and introspection, and toxic masculinity views that as a bad thing, so he probably has issues with vulnerability. And if he goes on about how he hates cats, he probably has issues with consent, because, you have to earn a cat's trust, and cats kind of just do whatever they want. So if he lacks the emotional capacity to love something that he can't control, I think that says something. Aw, did I ruin your depersonalization of Asian women as cute, submissive anime waifu come-to-life sex toys that cater to your incelic fantasies? Because you're probably one of those guys that watches way too much anime or Asian porn, so you believe that all Asian women look and act a certain way. So my existence as an annoying, outspoken Asian woman with opinions shatters that illusion for you and threatens your masculinity, because you can't comprehend that Asian women are individuals with their own thoughts, emotions, and opinions.
Here's a scenario. You have a guy with a small dick but is loyal with you, or a guy with a big dick but cheats on you once a month.
Big dick. Big dick. The guy with the bigger dick, because we're too young to be loyal.
Last night, I met some motherfucker. I've gone to high school with him. I asked him, I was like, hey, am I beautiful? And this motherfucker had the audacity to tell me that I'm ugly. I said, bitch.
Hanging out with this guy, I was just not fucking with him. Literally, I called another guy over at his place, and I didn't give a fuck. I just went with 2 guys in one night.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am.
I'm sorry to my best friend in middle school because I masturbated in your house.
She just talks to too many guys,
It's not my fault that I'm hot.
I had a bad experience with a big dick. It's not about the size of the wave, but the motion of the ocean.
You can never grow your dick.
I would go with the smaller dick too. All dick kings, we love you.
No, I'm talking about your boyfriend. He's just smaller dick.
Yeah, his dick's kind of small, but it's fine.
Alright, fuck you. It's not that small.
I love it. Small and red flags? A red flag?
Yeah, what's the red flag for you? If she has a penis. If she breathes.
If he has a baby mama.
It's an evil world we live in.
Skinny jeans. He's unemployed.
Friends with their ex. Being in the armed services.
Marines in general are red flags.
They hang out with you, but can't ask you on a date.
That bitch wants you to take her out though. Red flag.
If they told you their favorite thing is fucking murder.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's like if they're mama's boy.
When they spend so much time with you at the beginning, it's a red flag.
You haven't even been talking for a month and they're like, I love you.
If a guy goes to the shower and he takes his phone, doesn't listen to the music, but he takes the phone with him for no reason.
That's a red flag?
Yeah.
What's the most random places y'all got down at?
I fucked on my ex-girl's mama's bed and I nutted all over her mom's sheets.
I fucked in the fitting room. H&M. In the elevator of the Bottega.
I like feet. My ex wouldn't let me suck them.
I ate his ass.
Put them in your mouth, bro.
He stuck his tongue in my butt and I said, "Aye."
Get your booty in. And she might have stuck 2 fingers on my ass.
Guys, it is getting rough out there, okay? I know y'all saw the clips, man. And there's a lot of points that should be made. But when it comes to the dating game, I think a lot of dudes need to start realizing that you need to be a lot more strategic, okay? These girls, they got their game down. Okay, they know exactly what they want, even if it's a bajillion things, right? They're going to get that out of multiple dudes that they rocking with, that they cheeks clap by, okay? But if you are out here and you just thinking everything is sweet and everything is just, sunshine and rainbows, you're gonna get finessed, okay? So we're gonna speak to some of these clips, but I want to talk about submission, okay? In the first clip, the woman was talking about being submissive with a woman, but being masculine with a guy, okay? This is very common in this day and age, okay? You'll see girls at the club and it'll just be girls twerking on other girls, okay? And not that I have a problem with that. I'm just saying they'll twerk on other girls, but then when dudes are coming up, they're not twerking on the guys, okay? So they're willing to get submissive with the girls, but not the guys nowadays. And sometimes they might give a guy a dance, but they're not really gonna dance with him the whole time, okay? They're gonna go back to their girls, and that's gonna be that. The reason for that is because a lot of these girls, they want to keep their options open. You see it in the club, you see it everywhere, which is cool, you know what I mean? If you single and doing all your thing, it's cool. But what I see now is girls who are even in relationships, they still going out, they still doing their thing. So if a guy is really, trying to go steady with her, and he's FaceTiming her while she's at the bars, which I see often, bro. I see hella dudes just FaceTiming a girl while she's out. Like, her phone's gonna die, and then it's gonna be OV, okay? Seen it multiple times, okay? So when it comes to submission, initially submission is about physical attraction. So a lot of the chicks, they going to submit just because they think you look good. But then if you don't really have your stuff together, they're going to figure out real quickly that you ain't about nothing. Then they start doing the crap tests and stuff like that. You have to understand these red vitamin principles in order to move forward, okay? And we're not doing no extra stuff. You already know how we rock, you know what I mean? In the club, we're not really trying to get dances, okay? We're trying to get meaningful 1-2 minute conversations, get the number, and you're out, all right? You have to understand this because a lot of dudes is making that mistake trying to dance with the girl the whole night. Bro, no, okay? You have to maximize your potential, especially when you out here with these ladies. So, guys, when it comes to the confident girls, it's a girl in the second clip. Bro, the reason why a lot of these confident girls who got their stuff together and whatnot are having issues is because, for one, we already know their standards are through the roof, okay? They're not willing to, quote unquote, settle. So they're looking for a guy that basically doesn't exist. And even if he does exist, he don't really want you and he don't want to go steady with you. So what happens is a lot of these girls who are super successful, got money, all this stuff, they're pretty much getting passed around by multiple dudes who have a bag, you know what I mean? Who got that sack and whatever, and they were willing to spend it, whatnot. But then at the end of the day, they end up getting with like a lesser guy, okay? You see it with the Mia Khalifa situation. She got with some bum dude, like nobody knew who he was, okay? And everybody would expect, oh, she's supposed to get with a guy who's this, a guy who's that. It's like, no, bruh. It's because guys who actually got their stuff out the mud and got it in a respectable way, they don't want no thought. That's just the reality of the situation. Guys who got their money in a respectable way, they don't want a thought. They don't want a girl who been ran through. They don't want a girl who is known, okay? They don't want a girl who is known. She all up on the scene, yeah, I mean, flirting. Everywhere you go, she hugging multiple dudes, bro. That's not the move. She know everybody. Like, it's cool if you're like that. It's cool if you're like that, but you're limiting your pool as a woman if you out here boom, boom, bap, like doing everything, because most dudes, they're chill, okay? Most dudes are chill. The ones who are, the ones who actually have their stuff together, they're not trying to do anything to risk what they got going on. So bringing on somebody in their program is very risky. So the reason why a lot of these confident girls are not getting, dudes like that and they're always single is because their standards are too high and they're not willing to settle for a dude who financially makes less. So they're pretty much going to end up getting ran through by dudes who got money, which, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But either you got to lower your physical standards or lower your financial standards. You got to pick one. You know what I'm saying? Life isn't fair. And even to me, that's not even unfair. Okay. It's not even unfair because you pretty much maxed out. All right. You pretty much maxed out. Like a dude, if he making money, you have endless options. Okay. Especially if you're one of those dudes who willing to spend. Now, we are not one of those dudes. And I'll tell you how you cannot spend if you just go back in some of my older videos. But you want to make sure that you getting a girl who's really rocking with you off the strength. Okay, so we're not trying to prove anything to her. We want to make sure she's rocking with us off the strength. Because for me, it's like, okay, if you rock with me physically, like if you like the way I look, that's boom, that's step one. Some dudes are not going to be able to get that attraction. Some dudes are going to have to, you know, talk and do all this extra stuff. But for me, it's like, boom, if you like the way I look, that's step one. And then we in the door. Okay, so that's the reason why confident girls and girls who got a bag and they doing all their stuff, yeah, I mean, they end up single. You know, now some of them, they will settle. Like, in my opinion, when it comes to the Megan Thee Stallion situation, I don't want to speak on it too long, but when it comes to like that Megan Thee Stallion situation, like nobody knew who Party was really. You know what I mean? She's a bigger star than her. But you know, she was willing to go down and not go down because he seemed like a stand-up dude, but she's willing to date a dude who pretty much, you know, he wasn't super clouded up, and she's raising his star power more than he would raise hers, if that makes sense. But as far as this Asian girl, bro, who's talking about, you know, the Asian fantasy and all that stuff, she's right. She really is right. She really is right. There's a lot of dudes who have this Asian fantasy and expect Asian girls to be a certain way, but most Asian girls are really direct. From my experience, if they want you, they're gonna throw themselves at you pretty much. So if they ain't doing that, then they're they pretty much not rocking with you. That's just from what I've seen, okay, from my experience. So don't take that as just a ingrained truth, but I done dealt with a few Asian girls, and most of the time they really let it be known that they was rocking with me. You know what I mean? But a lot of dudes have this fantasy and they want Asian girls to be a certain type of way. They want them to be like quirky and all that kind of stuff. But you see that even dudes in Asia, dudes in Japan, dudes in China, like they're not really smashing like that. Okay. A lot of these women are really, it's really the 80-20 rule out there. So a lot of these women are really only dealing with the top percentage of guys. Like even in America, if you live in a small town, you still be able to get a straight looking girl. You know what I mean? Like you really will. Even if she got an Instagram, stuff like that, a lot of these girls, they be scared to deal with dudes who got clout and stuff like that because they know they'll fall in love at that moment. They may do it later in their life, but a lot of them do be scared. But you could tell also that the Asian girl, Slick, is a freak, all right? Because she's talking all this jazz. She got her little spiel made up, right? And she's replying to basically a bot page, which is like, a lot of these girls just be wasting their time replying to these bot pages. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like they really feel some type of way, and you could tell that comment that the dude made got under her skin. You know what I mean? So let's speak about the woman in the last clip who was disrespecting her boyfriend. Okay, so this one goes deep. Shorty, who was disrespecting her boyfriend, bro, she was saying that he got a small, you know what, and all that kind of stuff. Like, bruh, honestly, I'm surprised he didn't walk away right there. But he's one of those guys, he plays into it. He agrees and amplifies and all that kind of stuff. He said his FUs, but you could tell he was really more into that girl than she was into him. And you could tell because she was saying, oh, I'm so hot, and she really wasn't. Like, she probably a 5 or a 6. But she's talking about, oh, I can't help it that I'm so hot, and I talk to hella guys, because he was like, oh, she talked to too many guys. See, bro, if your girl is talking to too many guys, she's snapping hella dudes and all that kind of stuff, texting hella dudes, she don't really got respect for you. Like, she don't really find you sexually attractive to that way where she's not gonna weigh her options. So, bruh, if you in that situation, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, you need to leave that girl quick, fast, in a hurry, or at least deal with her on a casual level. You cannot be exclusive with a woman who do not respect you. Shorty straight up was disrespecting him in the clip and everything. So my advice to him, bro, hey, you better pack your bags, bro. It's OV. But anyways, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Reclaiming Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship question to the email down below. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Reclaim your throne.